Bueno, bienvenidos a Tiempo Fuera. Hoy estamos con Naheem McLeod. Naheem, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Finally having you here. It's awesome.
It is. It is. I'm happy to be here.
Well, starting with your journey of basketball, when and who uh, introduced you to the world of basketball?
Uh, when I was 8 years old, I came home one day after school, and I was always a soccer kid growing up. So I was like, I want to try something new. I'm tired of
Let me stop
running
you for a
around.
second. Let me stop you for a second because South American people are watching you, and you just said soccer. So let me.
Yeah,
It's football.
football, football,
No, 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 no. It's
football.
football. 99% of the world says it's football. So I'm going to go with the rest of the world.
Okay, so I grew up playing football.
Okay, 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 okay.
And I told my mom that I wanted to try something new. So I told her I wanted to play basketball. And I had a coach there the next day for me, waiting for me to work out. And so it was really like me and my mom really come up with a decision.
Perfect. So you started really young.
Yeah. But I haven't played like in my first game till I was like 11 or 12. So I was like working out for 3 or 4 years straight.
Okay. Well, it's an interesting journey. I I think I started playing basketball. My first game was like at 16, and I completely trust. So I think yours is better
I
for
got
sure.
you.
And obviously, last season, unfortunately, the Florida State Seminoles didn't went to the March Madness to the tournament. But you didn't play the last couple of games. Do you
Yeah.
think if you were in those games, you would have gotten a chance to go to the March Madness?
I think so. I think I was just coming along, just getting my feet wet for the ACC. And when I broke my hand February 2nd, it really changed the rotation of the team. So I think if I was still playing and healthy, we would have definitely made it to the tournament.
Yes, and those last couple of games you were playing really good. I think uh, the last two games before you injured, you had like 10 points, then 15 points, and then you injured, if I remember correctly.
But
So you were on a streaks, and you were going to, I don't know, in March Madness, you were going to score 20 a game, then get drafted by the Miami Heat so that you don't have to move, and I will be watching you.
yeah, I was thinking about what if I stayed healthy and things happen for a reason. So I was just always keeping my head up and aiming for the higher side of the perspective.
Yes, but in my opinion, this is personal. I always rather like have the 4 years of college. I know that you don't get paid the NBA money if younger, but I think that you have more time to develop. So I think that it happened to you, but I think it's a good thing because you now have more time to like get strong and develop more with the Seminoles. And this year you have to win March Madness. You have to promise me.
We do. I feel like we have a really good team, and this team
You
is
do.
more connected, more camaraderie came through this year. So I think, with that being said, we have a pretty good team, and a lot of people aren't talking about us at all, and it's kind of surprising, just off the year we had last year. But this year, they will be talking about the Florida State Seminoles.
They shouldn't be talking about you. I think you have you you definitely got better, I think, than last year. And I think this year you have the shot to go to March Madness. And the thing with March Madness is like you don't have to be the best school at all. You have to win, get on a streak in the last couple of games and win. That's like the magic about this tournament, no?
Yeah, like last year, St. Mary's, surprised a lot of people. Like there were the Cinderella story of the whole
Yeah,
March
yeah, yeah.
Madness, and this year, why can't it be Florida State? Like we have the pieces, the tools, and the coaches to get us there.
Absolutely.
Why can't it be Florida State?
And going into your number selection, you were number 24. Is there a reason you were number 24? Is Kobe?
Honestly, I wanted number 10, but
Yes, you were
Malik
number 10 in
Osborne
high
had.
school, right?
Yeah, I've always wore 10 my whole life, and then last year was the first time I've never wore 10. And with the passing of the late great Kobe Bryant, he's from my city, Philadelphia, so I decided to wear 24 for him.
It's a good reason to wear a number, I think. One of the greatest to ever play the game.
Definitely.
And one of the dreams surrounding basketball, and especially young people that play basketball, is to go to a Division 1 college or a Division 2 college, Division 3, whatever. But experiencing college basketball, I think it's one of the many dreams that a young basketball player have. How
Mm.
do you experience it? And going into one of, I don't know if it's one of the, because well, for me it's one of the best, because I root for the Florida State, but I don't know if for like general opinion it's like top 10, but in my opinion it is. What does it feel like to be experiencing this?
Um, it's crazy. I wasn't like I've always told myself I wasn't going to school past middle school. Like I wasn't planning on going to college and definitely not even high school. So I stayed in there. I kept working, and then once the Division 1 schools start coming around, I got more offers, more exposure, and like the Division 1 lifestyle is really a blessing. Like a lot of people just the college life itself. Like you walk around campus, everyone knows who you are. Say hi, how you doing? A lot of nice people in Tallahassee, but the Division 1, it's the schools is very hard, especially like training and just adapting from coming into high school to the Division 1. It's hard, it's rough, and like a lot of people aren't ready for it at first. That's why a lot of people transfer, but it was hard for me last year, and I just stuck in there and just kept my head high.
And this is like a question out of curiosity. Do you support an NBA team?
Well, kind of, sort of. I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm biased towards the Sixers, but right there is also the Miami Heat because
Okay, okay,
the
okay.
colors are just.
I was
I
expecting
like
that
the.
answer.
I'm with the Sixers and the Heat all day.
I am a big Miami fan of everything. I am a fan of the Dolphins. I am a fan of the Florida State Seminoles. I am a fan of the Miami Heat. So I root for every Miami thing I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my uncle lives there, and I don't usually go, but
So, so you picking Florida State over University of Miami? Is that what I heard?
absolutely. I
Like,
think it's
or,
a bit. I absolutely.
as long as just Florida State all day, man.
Yes, I know Miami is like the Miami College, no, but
Right.
I uh, I first knew Florida State, so I stick with it, and now I'm a fan of Florida State.
Okay. I
But
like
if
that. I like that.
but if like Florida loses, and for example this past year that they didn't go to the championship, I root for Miami because I will always support the city.
Right.
Well, and going into a question that's also out of curiosity, do you have a pregame routine?
Honestly, I just need a nap. Like if I nap before a game, I'm fine. But like normally I go out there, put shots up, lock in with the headphones, get my mind, loosen it up for the opponent, and then I'll go shower and take a nap, and then once I wake up, I'm just ready to play. So I think just getting enough shots in that shower really gets me into the game flow.
Naps are like a, how do you say, a rule amongst basketball players. I haven't spoken yet to a basketball player that doesn't take a nap. It's incredible. I wish I was a basketball player just to take naps.
Naps are crucial in basketball. It's like hitting a big time play. You need it. You need it in order to succeed. So even like when we go on the road for like away games, I got a nap. No matter if it's on the bus, the plane, I'm sleeping.
Incredible. And one of the last questions of the first section is, do you have a player that you idolize or like take some moves out of his game? Is there one?
So growing up, a lot of people like compared me to KD because how long and skinny I was. But I would say in today's game, I always watch Rudy Gobert. His defensive presence is huge. So I watch how he plays the game. And then I also watch Embiid and Nikola Jokic. Nikola's my favorite player right now. And I really like everything he does as far as, passing, his IQ, and, his different levels of scoring. So I definitely watch, those two guys and Rudy Gobert on the defensive end. So
Jokic, a very good player. He's also one of my favorites, but because he can do absolutely everything, it's incredible. There's another thing he cannot do. He makes passes like he's a point guard. He throws frees. He can, I don't know, get like 10 offensive rebounds. It's incredible. And I don't have to talk about Rudy Gobert on the defensive end. He has, I think, 3 defensive player of the years. I don't know, or 2, but it's incredible.
One thing I really like about Nikola Jokic is like he plays at his own pace. Like he doesn't let anybody speed him up.
That's also because he moves like his steps, then turns around, but he doesn't rush anything. He's doing it calmly.
He moved like an old man, but that just knows how to play the game of basketball.
That was basically the first section. Now we move on to the second section that, as I told you before, is like the previous player that we interviewed left a question for you. In this case, is Ada Costa, a Uruguayan player from my country that plays in Nacional. That's a team in the Uruguayan league. And he asked you, at what point did you realize that you will dedicate your life to basketball, or not your life, but you will dedicate to the sport?
That's a good question. I think it was my junior year of high school. That's when I really saw like the potential that I really had, and like schools was coming around every day, calling me, trying to get me to come there, take visits, and I was like, man, if I can make some out of this, then I'll be something in life. But my junior year, it was a movie. I went 28-2 and led the state of Pennsylvania in scoring, and I was just, I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I would say my junior year.
Perfect. And do you have a question to leave for the next player? I can give you time on this one.
It could be any question, like basketball related, non-basketball related.
Well, if you have a basketball related question, it will be like better. But if you don't, like, just throw it. It isn't an obligated thing. I don't know how to say it.
Okay, so my question to the next interviewee is, who's your number one supporter, and how did you come up with that answer?
Okay, it's a good question. It's like the first time we got that question. It's a thing to think about.
Yeah, it is. It's a hard question because you really got to pick your mom, your dad,
Yeah.
grandma.
But I feel that depends on each person. I think there are some that are going to say mom because they get along better with their mom or dad or girlfriend or boyfriend. We interview also a lot of women's basketball players. So it's an interesting question. Well, and moving on to the final section, the flash question section. This has to be fast, and when you tell me, we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Favorite movie?
Friday.
Favorite TV show?
The Boondocks.
Not including basketball. What sport do you watch or play the most?
FIFA.
Football.
Football.
Okay. Teammate you spend the most time with?
Jalen Worley.
Favorite food?
A Philly cheesesteak.
Best video game ever?
NBA 2K20.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
One dream left to accomplish, non-basketball related.
Repeat that.
One dream left to accomplish that not basketball related.
To graduate from Florida State.
Favorite artist?
Little Uzi Vert.
And finally, best basketball shoes in your opinion.
I wear size 20, so Hyper Dunks. Hyper Dunks.
I definitely was expecting for you to say Philly cheesesteak. I 100% knew that you were going to say that.
I'm from Philly. You gotta go to your guts, man.
Well, Naheem, that was basically this space we leave for you so that if you want to say give a shout out to someone or say hi to someone or mention a project that you have, this space is completely yours.
I just want to shout you out, man. Thank you for interviewing me and dedicating your time to this interview. So I appreciate that.
We definitely appreciate you coming, and we wish you and the Florida State the best this season.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to be watching you.
I'll make you proud, man. I got you.
Okay. See you, Naheem. Thanks for coming.
I see you. Appreciate it.